Well, hello and welcome back to Brave New Teaching and welcome to our back to school series. We are really excited that you are here. We love the back to school season with all of its ups and downs and in betweens. And we're ready to get into some really practical stuff, especially today, day 4. But before we get started, we just want to make sure that you are up to speed with us in case you are just meeting us today.
This is a mini series and we're taking you through 5 days, 5 categories, and 5 minutes each of collaboration and inspiration. We just want to make sure that you are ready for a back to school season that is fun, right? We want that energy for you and your students, but we also want to make sure that you feel set up for a really successful academic school year ahead.
Yes. So today is day 4, and we want to welcome you to a little teacher get ready with us. A little get ready with me. Let's talk about how we are going to feel good on the outside to feel good on the inside and comfortable. And if you're anything like me, it is always absolutely the hottest day of the year, seemingly, on the first day of school. So what do you do with that, right? So let's talk about that today, shall we? But first, cue the music.
You're listening to Brave New Teaching, and we are so much more than a podcast.
We give teachers the inspiration, support, and tools to challenge the status quo.
I'm Amanda, and I'm a former English teacher from Illinois.
And I'm Marie, and I'm a teacher from Southern California.
Join us at bravenewteaching.com to find out more about our courses, festivals, and get every episode's show notes.
We're so glad you're here. Enjoy the show.
Dear friends, Back to School with BNT is sponsored by Happy Hour, which is our regular podcast's in-depth, zoomed in, as we say it, companion. And we offer through Happy Hour step-by-step lesson plans. We have original and exclusive monthly resources, and we really do have an unfiltered and completely authentic, even more so than the regular podcast, just sharing of what it is to be a teacher. And we find a lot of connection there through how we share our teacher life.
You can head right now to bravenewteaching.com/happy hour to become a member and to finally feel that support that you need of this kind of open door teacher community that gets what's going on. And as a bonus today, we want to give you instant access to every single item that we've mentioned so far in this series, as well as a couple of other perks that only come in for Happy Hour members. We know that the support and encouragement that you'll feel from the Happy Hour group are the antidote to the overwhelm and isolation that so many of you feel.
Yes, we know that we are very lucky to have found each other, and we feel very lucky, in fact, to have found all of you. And we hope that we can help you feel that way as well in whatever your situation is. We are here for you however we can be. So go ahead and give it a try, right? Join us. Head to bravenewteaching.com/happy hour. Join us today and let's get ready with us. Enjoy the show. Okay, you guys, if day 3 yesterday, teacher meal prep, was a hard sell for Amanda,
I can't think of anything I'd rather not talk about.
I was like, oh my gosh, day 4, let's do get ready with us. And she looked at me like I was sprouting a second head. She was like, why? And I said, because what is one of the biggest things that we all think about before the first day of school? What am I going to wear?
I just don't think about it.
Yes, you do.
Well, I don't think about it until,
yes,
right? Until is the key word. I do care what I look like, but I don't plan on it the way that I should. I panic about it.
I was just going to say, and
when
then
I'm trying to fall asleep.
Do you stand there overthinking and overanalyzing and going, well, what if I'm hot? Well, what if I'm cold? Well, what if it rains? Well,
it depends, because I can't tell you how many years we've had to wear the new t-shirt that some administrator designed that no one had any say in.
Sure.
And you're like, really? But we want to look unified.
Which I get. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I have even still, there's other, you're not just wearing a shirt.
I have a
more
list
that goes on your body.
I made my list.
Okay. Let's hear Amanda's best tip for getting ready. Honestly, this sounds super like influencer culture-y of us, but like we all have to wear clothes. So let's talk about what's going to make you feel good.
Okay. So I don't like to talk about this because of so many other things, right? Like I have talked about this before in the podcast. I am very disconnected from my own body. I am so in my head sometimes that this just doesn't even cross my mind. But I would say my top tip sounds useless and I don't even know why you're here, but don't forget layers. I feel like I've made the mistake many times of just assuming that I already know what I'm doing. And I do forget to have layers on day one. I end up bringing layers as I go, but why do I not just like show up with my jean jacket, with my cardigan, with my blanket, because I put blanket on my lap. And hear me out, right? If you teach at a school in the Midwest, maybe you know what this is like, but it's hot as anything outside. But then they like overcompensate and like no one can actually get the AC right for a while. So it could be like 30 degrees in your classroom and 90 degrees outside, and you're just going back and forth. All that is to say is whatever the layers are you're bringing, there's two other things I want you to remember. Extra deodorant.
Yes.
And this is a new addition that I did not write down when we were making our notes, but I'm going to highly recommend a makeup setting spray. I care way more about my makeup and my hair than my clothes.
If you're a makeup wearer, for sure.
For sure. I love doing makeup. I should have done this about makeup. I shouldn't have done it. I don't know why I felt like I had to do clothes. But get a setting spray. I have several that I really like and I can recommend. But the setting sprays do the work. I mean, they really do. No matter. I mean, upper lip sweat, like that's my nasty area. No one likes to see that. And like, I can wipe it off and my makeup doesn't move. It's really amazing.
Oh, that's great.
And a lipstick stash, my stash. I think I left some lipstick in your classroom, by the way.
Oh, you may have, actually.
I think I may have.
Yes,
but I always have a lipstick
tour.
stash.
Yes, she does always have lipstick.
Always.
She didn't bring her purse, but she brought her lipstick.
In my pocket, yeah.
Yeah, It was pretty good. I will say, I mean, because we know that not everybody who is listening to us necessarily wears makeup and like cares about like the glamish parts. Glamish, that's a new word. Parts of getting ready, which is why I focused so much on clothes. But like, honestly, the thing that has made or broken me so many times is shoes. I would say if you are picking shoes, not even necessarily just for the first day of school, but to teach in period, a great rule of thumb is like wear them to Costco. Like wear them grocery shopping.
Do they survive Costco?
Do they survive running errands in and out of your car and up and down and da 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 da? And if they do, those might be good shoes to teach in.
I think you're right.
Yeah, like that's a pretty good litmus test, right? Clothes that you can layer, like Amanda said, absolutely. I would say, I mean, I'm in Southern California, as I know that I talk about all the time, and our air conditioning will be out this year at the beginning of the year, and it will be in the triple digits, and it will be in the upper 90s inside of my classroom with 40-something kids, and one door that opens and the windows that don't open. Like, it's going to be really gross. So I am not going to bother with doing my hair. Just going to get it off my face, slick it back.
Just let it be.
Like, just lean in so that you don't feel stressed out by it.
Agreed.
Right? Yeah.
100%.
So those who get it, get it. Those who are going, what are these women talking about? Just wear the shoes that you can run errands in. That's your biggest takeaway. And honestly, the best thing you can do is to pick out whatever it is that you want to wear each day on Sunday.
And just don't try anything new.
Yep.
This is not the time.
No experiments.
For new things. No, this is not the time to experiment. If your hair is really comfortable in braids, do the braids. Big old bushy top knot bun, do it. It doesn't matter.
You know what I should tell sometime on Happy Hour is the story of when I decided to wear a new button up and I didn't notice that it was kept undoing itself, and kids had to tell me.
Ruh-roh.
I'll tell that whole story one time on Happy Hour. Okay. Happy Hour members, get excited for that one. Yes. In fact, Happy Hour members, you can especially enjoy getting ready while you listen to our in-depth tutorials on like lesson plans and that sort of a thing. Like, I am definitely a listen to audiobooks and podcasts kind of a gal while I am getting ready in the morning, or even when I'm doing skincare at night and that sort of a thing.
Double duty.
Yeah, exactly. Double dip. That's what we like to do around here, is make sure that we are extremely efficient with our time and energy. So,
all right,
friends, we're excited to get ready with you And we will see you back tomorrow. If you've missed any of our other days of this little mini series, they're all for you there on the podcast feed on wherever you listen to this podcast. And we're excited for tomorrow, where we're going to talk about what we're teaching on the first day of school.
Back to content.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Amanda's so happy. All right, friends. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you then.
Bye. Thanks again for listening to Brave New Teaching.
We'd love to keep the conversation going over on Instagram.
And while you're there, check out the links in our bio for the most up-to-date events going on in the Brave New Teaching community.
Thanks for being here and have a great week at school.